tonight, you guys, we're going to be talking about leaving a legacy, because that's what we in our group are all about. Our name of our group is called Team Legacy, and all I want to do is train people and teach people the importance of leaving a legacy. We call ourselves New Legacy because for many people, they had a previous legacy. Their legacy may have been one of debt, one of bondage, or different other things that are negative, and we want to leave a positive legacy for our children. I just get this from the Bible. The Bible in Psalm 78 talks about that the generation to come might set their hope in God. And also talks about in Deuteronomy chapter 6 how we ought to train our children. So what I'm all about is leaving a legacy for my son, and is leaving a godly legacy and one of excellence. So what we're about in our organization is starting people with new legacies. And the first thing in legacy, and I'm an acronym guy, so those of you guys who are following me on this blog, you'll see that I'm the acrostics, I'm the acronym guy. So when you look at and see my blogs, it's going to usually be some kind of acronym. And tonight the word is legacy. And what I want the first point in leaving a legacy is lordship. Lordship. What do I mean by that? I mean that in anything that I do for my son and for my children and those to follow after me, I want them to seek God first and to recognize that anything that you get comes from God. So the first thing in leaving a legacy, the kind of legacy one I want to leave, that I want to leave a legacy of lordship, that my son knows to seek God first, and then all these things God will add unto you. When you seek God first, the next letter in legacy is E, which stands for excellence. Because when I seek God first, then He commands me to give Him my best. So everything I do with excellence. So in addition to that, the third letter in legacy is G, which stands for giving. Because in life, it's not about what I get for myself. It's about giving back to others. So we want to leave a legacy of lordship, of excellence, of giving. And also, we want to leave a legacy of A, abundance. Many of us may have had history of debt, may have had a history of lack, but the Bible says that Jesus said, I came that you might have life and might have it more abundantly. Now, abundance is not necessarily material possessions, even though there's nothing wrong with material possessions. But I want my son to know that he is rich, that he has access to abundance, because God is the owner of cattle on 1,000 hills. And if He owns it all, He's got access to everything that God says that He can have. So we want to have a legacy of lordship, of excellence, of giving, abundance. The next letter in legacy is C, which stands for character. Because character is not about who people say you are, it's about who you are when nobody's looking. So what I want my son to know, it's not about just your reputation, but it's about your character, who you are when nobody's looking, to be people of character. And finally, the final letter in legacy is Y. The Y stands for yearning. I want my son to have a passion. I want those who come after me have a passion, a hunger for more. Never to be satisfied, never to be average, but to always strive for excellence, and never get content, but to yearn to be better and better. So that's what we're about here in our organization called New Legacy. And I pray that you learned something a little bit tonight, that you glean from this, that you want to start a legacy for your family, for your children, whoever. And when you do that, know it starts with lordship, with excellence, giving, abundance. Be a person of character. And also teach those who come after you, have a yearning for more, a yearning for knowledge, a yearning for growth. So that's it for tonight. I'll leave you with this. Discover your purpose, reach your destiny, and leave a legacy. Good night.